Hello, my name's Yoojeong and I am a manager on the Aberdeen Asian Income Fund. We expect the market volatility that we've seen during the first half of this year to continue over the near term, given the ongoing concerns over global growth, US monetary policy, as well as the elusive China recovery. As a whole, Asia has not seen the same pace of rate increases or inflationary pressure as some of the Western economies, which puts it in a relatively better position, more defensive, and obviously with a little bit more growth prospects as well, if we think about the GDP growth rates of some of the largest economies in the Asia region. During the past decade or so that this trust has been alive, we've seen various different macro and political situations, cycles and challenges in Asia as well. And we don't claim to be particularly good at reading the future or trying to predict these events. But what we try and do instead is to focus on the micro level within the portfolio, really understand the companies that we're investing in. We look for quality companies that have very good business models, that excel at what they do, have strong balance sheets, generate good cash flows, because all these things combined give the management of the companies choices. It means that they can pay down debt when rates get too high. They can increase prices when inflation goes up. They can invest in growth when there are opportunities present to them. And of course, they can also choose to share their success with shareholders via dividends. The Aberdeen Asian Income Fund is a total return strategy that targets the growth and income of some of the most compelling and sustainable companies in the Asia region. Our highest weighting within the portfolio in terms of sector is to the information technology space, where we find globally competitive companies with these strong business moats and cash generative business models that support long-term earnings as well as dividend growth. So as you would expect, as an Asia fund, we hold the big giants of technology in Asia, so Taiwan Semiconductor as well as Samsung Electronics. But what I think is one of the big benefits of this closed-end fund structure is our ability to move up and down the market cap spectrum. So some of the holdings that we have within this technology space are the mid-cap technology companies, and they've also been benefiting from this global artificial intelligence optimism that we've been seeing, certainly during the first half of this year. So one of the companies I'd like to speak about today is a Taiwanese company called Sunon Wealth. And this is a holding that we've had in the fund for maybe 3 to 4 years now. It's a $1 billion market cap company, so at the smaller end of the market cap spectrum within the fund. They make the little cooling fans that go into PCs as well as big server systems. So as you can imagine, as this AI demand has really kicked off, then we're expecting more servers to be built, more data centers to be built. And that means all these data centers need more fans to cool down all the heat generating chips that are operating. So Sunon Wealth has benefited greatly from this, even though you might not consider them an AI company. They've certainly been running on this trend. So just on a year-to-date basis, the share price for Sunon Wealth has increased over 200%. This has obviously brought the dividend yield down from 8% to 2%. But that's really a reflection of the share price increase, because the dividend per share has grown over twofold over the past year. So we've been very happy to collect that in July for their annual dividend date. Stocks like this within the portfolio is really what gives us the confidence to commit to a minimum dividend target for this year as well. So this fund has been paying an increasing dividend per share for 14 consecutive years. And we also have a target to pay 10.6 pence dividend for this full year 23 as well, which is a 6% increase year on year. And it's really because we're able to generate these types of dividend growth stories from within Asia to support our ability to pay higher dividends to our fund investors as well. Thank you for your interest today. If you would like to find any more information, then please visit the Aberdeen Asian Income Fund website, which you can find on the link below.